Now let us talk about a very important theorem, work energy theorem. What this theorem basically states is that whenever some work is done on an object or a system can have more than one objects. So whenever some work is done on an object, so listen to my words carefully, work done on an object or on the system, then the energy of the system will increase. Either the potential energy will increase or the kinetic energy will increase. It depends upon whether that field, whether that region is conservative or non-conservative. So whenever work is done on the system, its energy will increase, and this change in energy from initial to final, this change in energy will be equal to the work done of the system. So work done on the system is equal to change in energy. Now this particular theorem has some cases. We'll study those cases one by one. First is, let us say, in case of rigid bodies. Now what are rigid bodies? Rigid bodies are those bodies whose shape cannot be changed. We cannot twist them, we cannot compress them, we cannot elongate them. Their shape cannot be changed. So if work is done on such rigid bodies, then obviously the potential energy cannot change because they are not changing shape and nothing is happening to their shape. So potential energy will not change, but the kinetic energy will change. So whenever we are talking about rigid bodies, the work done on such bodies will get converted into change in kinetic energy. The kinetic energy of the rigid body will change from some initial to final point. In case of conservative fields, now we know that when we are talking about conservative fields, that means there will be a change in potential energy. So when a work is done on a conservative system, the total work done will be equal to the change in potential energy. So it will be equal to delta U, change in potential energy. We will discuss these in detail also. And third case is basically a case of mixed particle when we have rigid bodies in conservative field. So in case of system of particles, or I can say system of rigid bodies, in such cases the total work done might change the potential energy, it might change the kinetic energy, or it can change both also, because this is basically a mix of these two. So total work done will be equal to change in potential energy plus change in kinetic energy. Now both can happen, either just the potential energy will change or just kinetic energy will change, or both of them will change. We'll understand all three of these one by one. Let us start with the rigid bodies. So in case of rigid bodies which cannot be deformed, let us say that there is a body of mass m and this body is already moving. It is moving with a velocity of v1. Now we apply some force, external force. Remember work energy theorem, when the work is done on the system. So whenever we say work is done on the system, immediately our brain should go that some external force has to be applied. So when this is that external force, the body was already moving with velocity v1 and an external force F is applied, and after covering some distance, the velocity of the body becomes v2. So this change in velocity, to bring this change, this force has to do some work, and what will be the work done by this force? This will be equal to force into whatever displacement happened. So this work done will be equal to force into displacement. Now there is a change in velocity also. So that means there is a change in kinetic energy. What is the change in kinetic energy? The final kinetic energy was half m v2 square and the initial kinetic energy was half m v1 square. So the kinetic energy of the body increased from this value to this value. This was the initial value, and then force was applied, some work was done, and this is the kinetic energy. So this work done should be equal to change in kinetic energy. So this Fs, or work done, will be equal to this change in kinetic energy. So this is a work energy theorem, and this statement you have already studied in previous classes, also in junior classes. You just didn't know that it is applied on the rigid bodies. This is a new thing here. So we are studying the same thing but with some basic understanding of the conservative and non-conservative fields. So for a rigid body, the work done will change the kinetic energy, and the change in kinetic energy, they are both will be same. This is final kinetic energy and this is initial kinetic energy. Now let us come to second point. In case of conservative fields, now in case of conservative fields, we know that whatever the work is done, it will change the potential energy. So in case of conservative field, let us take an example of a spring. We know that ideal spring is conservative, so we will use the same example. This is the spring, and then a force was applied to compress the spring. Now if spring is compressed, then there will be some displacement, let us say x. So the work done by this force, this will be equal to half kx square. So since here the spring was at its natural length, so at this point initial potential energy is 0, because it is at its natural length. Since the spring is at its natural length, there is no restoring force applied, so this force does not have to do some work, so work done is 0 or potential energy is 0. So I will write at natural length the initial potential energy is 0. Now after the spring is compressed, force applied, it compressed the spring, there must have been some restoring force in the opposite direction, so this force has to do some work. That means now in this position there will be some potential energy, because some work is done on the restoring force against the restoring force, and this will be a final potential energy, which is given by the formula half kx square. We can write deformed state. Now this deformed state can be compression also, it can be elongation also in the stretching of the spring. So in case of conservative field, work done is equal to change in potential energy, so final potential energy minus initial potential energy. And we know that this is the final potential energy. Why? Again, same thing I am repeating, the work is done on the system. That means system will gain energy, that means its potential energy will increase. It will increase from initial to final. That's why half kx square minus 0. Now let us come to the third case, which is the mixed case. So in case of system of particles. Now understand this case very carefully. What example I am taking, try to imagine that example. We have a smooth surface, no friction, okay, and there is a block of mass m and a spring is attached to it, and there is a force applied on this spring in this direction. Now there is no wall, there is no rigid support. This block can move and this force can move this block. Now what will happen? Try to imagine this situation. When the force is applied to compress this spring, what will be the reaction of spring? There will be a restoring force which will be generated. That restoring force will try to bring, what will the restoring force do? It will try to bring the spring in its natural length. That means the restoring force that will be generated in the spring, it will be applied in both the direction. How can the spring come to its natural length? Either push this block in the forward direction so that the spring comes to its natural length, or push this external agent in the backward direction. So that means the force, the restoring force that will be generated, it will be generated in both directions. This restoring force will try to push this external agent back. This restoring force will try to push the block. Now if this force, external force, is continuous to apply, suppose I am continuously applying my force, this force to compress the spring, then the spring and the mass both will move in the same direction. So the mass will move with some velocity v, and the spring is also getting compressed by some displacement x, and let us say the spring constant is k. So here if you look carefully, because of this force, because of the work done by this force, two kinds of works are happening, two kinds of energies are generating. There is a kinetic energy of this mass because of V, and there is a potential energy of the spring because of its compression. So that means the total work done by this force will be a combination of change in potential energy of the spring plus change in kinetic energy of the spring. So if we write the formula, the potential energy, what will it be? Potential energy of the spring, half kx square, and what is the kinetic energy of the block? Half mv square. So this will be your work done in case of system of particles. Now here again, as I said earlier, either this, it can be possible that in some example only half kx square is there or only half mv square is there, but I gave you an example in which both can change. So it is a non-conservative field in which both will be changed, and this is how we can understand the various problems. Now let us quickly do a solved example to understand, because it is very important to understand whether the work is done on the system or by the system. So let us say that in a region, I'll just write the question in short form only. So try to understand this. In a region, the potential energy of body is given by the equation U equals to 4x square plus 3x minus 5 joules. This is the potential energy of a given system. There is some system given and the potential energy is given like this. Now we have to find the work done by an external agent. Find work done by an external agent to slowly move the body, from a point of coordinates 3, 2 and 2, you are going to -1, 4. So external force is displacing the body from the coordinate 3, 2 to the coordinate -1, 4. And as you can see the equation, this equation depends only on x coordinate, not on y coordinate. So we'll find the total work done. Now since this is just potential energy, so first thing that should come into your mind, that it is a conservative field. Okay, only potential energy is there, no other energy is mentioned, so it is a conservative field, and in a conservative field the work done is given by the change in potential energy we just studied. So we have to find the initial and final potential energy. So initial potential energy, since it depends on x only, so we will put 3. This is our initial point. We will put 3 here. So it will be 4 into 3 square plus 3 into 3 minus 5. And this value you can find here. Similarly, we can find final, which is equal to -1. So 4 into -1 square plus 3 into -1 and -5. And if you find these values, this will come out to be 40 joules and this will come out to be -4 joules. You can do the calculations yourself too. So this is the initial energy and this is the final energy. Now what do you see here? You see there is a decrease in energy from 40 to -4. Even though the work is done by the external agent on the conservative field, the field should have accepted energy, but because of this position, if you plot these points, you will know that these points are coming, initial point is higher and this is -1, 4, so it will be lower. So body is coming from higher to lower point. So obviously the potential energy will decrease even though the work is done by an external agent on the system. So we will use the same formula. So minus 40, so it is equal to -44 joules. And what is the negative sign? What does it mean? Negative sign means that the external agent will gain energy. So it is a very unique example in which the work is done by the external agent, but still he is the one who is gaining energy instead of the system. And you can understand this by plotting these coordinates. If you plot 3 2, it will be somewhere here. It will plot minus 1 4, then it will be somewhere here. So the body is coming from this point to this point. So if you think about this, the potential energy is actually decreasing. So even though the external force, the external agent is doing work, but it is decreasing the potential energy of the system, and hence the minus sign.